It's December 23rd, 1962. I, Dr. Brooks, and my colleague, Dr. Maximilian, have taken refuge in a small farmhouse after the base we were stationed at was overrun by those infected with the Solanum virus. While checking the perimeter of the farm, the owner, Mr. John Franklin, was attacked and bitten by one of the infected. This event will allow us to resume our study of the Solanum infection process. 1 hour into the infection process, the subject's wound, a bite on his arm, was showing signs of developing infection, pain, discoloration, and slight swelling of the bite area. On a side note, the wound stopped bleeding quickly after being received and has now completely clotted. We continued checking on the subject every hour. The next stage of infection took full hold by hour 5. Dr. Maximilian pointed out that John is our 6th subject in the Solanum tests. Due to the assault on the military compound, we weren't able to fully observe the process. However, I have seen firsthand what a fully infected individual is capable of. Like the others, Subject 6 is suffering from a slight fever and chills. His joints are stiffening, and I suspect putting him in some pain. As of late, Subject 6 has been speaking of his dinner plans with his parents, leading me to believe he is suffering from slight dementia. I ended the log when Subject 6's newest symptom, vomiting, appeared. We have reached hour 8 in our observation. Dr. Maximilian suggested we clean up number 6, but we decided it would be a waste of time. 6 doesn't seem to be bothered by it anyway. While checking on its symptoms, Dr. Maximilian discovered that number 6's extremities, especially the point of infection, had gone numb. When the feeling left, so did most coordination of movement. 6's dementia has also progressed. He now rambles on to his parents, whom I believe to be long dead, based on how he talks to them. From our observation of numbers 3, 4, and 5, we can predict number 6 will soon suffer lower body paralysis. Like the others, its heart is starting to slow, preempting fading into a comatose state. Like the others, 6 slipped into a coma nearly 16 hours after infection. We paid close attention to his condition for the next 4 hours. At that point, the subject died. The attack started before we reached this point in our observations on base. We were under the impression that number 6 was a failure. On hour 23, we decided it was time to dispose of the remains. That was when we learned that a subject must die and then is reanimated by the virus. We managed to bind number 6's arms in the scuffle that followed. Dr. Maximilian held down the violent creature while I retrieved the camera to resume documentation. As I assisted in restraining number 6, my colleague got careless, reaching for a gag, and suffered a bite on the hand. He quickly shot and killed the unruly creature, and now, aware of the inevitable, allowed me to exterminate him as well. I fear it will be difficult to find another colleague to assist me with this research. After seeing Solanum reanimate a dead body, I am convinced that it could be altered to bring our nation a great medical tool in peace and a greater weapon in war.
Oh.